Welcome everyone to this 2007 Honda Element. We're going to break down the build for you. Let's start with the motor. So as you can see by the front end, this isn't just your regular Element. I mean, it is just an Element, but it's not your average Element. Still has the K24. Just has a little extra goodies on it. So we started this project out with our Rowdy Racing spec K24 that we do for all 800 or more horsepower builds. This one has Y-scope pistons. They're about 10 to 10.5 compression. We're also using the Y-scope boost line rods, ARP head bolts, and the actual cylinder head has got the full Ferreira package. That's what we do out of 9 out of 10 of our builds. We've done it on our drag car and it's just been proven time and time again, so this one was no different. This time the owner went a little spicy, got the Drag Cartel billet valve cover that's super dirty and we forgot to clean, and the Gato intake manifold. The intake manifold's super cool, it's billet, it's all welded. We actually had to add some welding to it ourselves to make it perfect, but there's that manifold, ID 1700 injectors, stock coil packs, NGK plugs, our custom built turbo manifold, Sidewinder style. We do T3. I ended up going with a T4 turbo, so I just did an adapter plate. It also helped with spacing it out a little bit. I did port the manifold in the turbo so they matched T3 to T4. I know it's a little bit different, so I ported it out. It's got a 60 mil wastegate from TurboSmart. That has, I think we left the 14-pound spring in it, but it's also got boost control, so obviously we were able to turn it up more from that. Fuel Lab fuel system, we'll go to the back and show you that, but in here we just use the Fuel Lab regulator. Filter's under the car, I'm not going to show you that. It's got an RSX radiator, fits really nice in the Element for anyone that's going to build one of these. It's RSX full size from Mishimoto. I made the intercooler, so this is our intercooler. I didn't tag it, I just wanted to keep it a clean look, so I didn't spray our logo on it like I usually do. Motion Raceworks catch can setup. This thing still does have AC, so you can see all that in there, still there. That's why we got these holes in the front to try to get as much flow to the radiator, because it has to go through the intercooler, the AC condenser, and then the radiator, so I don't want it to run hot. The turbo itself is a 6266 journal bearing from Precision. Me personally, on our drag car, have made 949 wheel horsepower is what we made on our drag car with this turbo. So I decided to use it again. Probably go bigger later on down the road, but for now, that's what we got. The transmission is something special. It's from Quaife and Drag Cartel. It's a billet sequential PPG 5-speed.
Kind of hard to see how nice it is, but
yeah, it's got the billet case, billet transfer case, all PPG internals from Quaife, and yeah, sequential, pull and go. So that's pretty much everything on the engine. Little things here and there, our electric power steering kit, which is pretty cool. So that way you can delete the power steering, but we tucked it in there, so it's kind of hard to see, but that's our remote mounted electric power steering kit. And then this thing sits on D2 suspension all around, so D2 coilovers all around. It's got, was this the first one?
Yeah, from Fast Brakes.
So this is the first Willwood brake kit from Fast Brakes made for the Element, so you can see those.
And they're huge. They're bigger than the wheels we run on the GLTC cars.
Oh yeah, they're huge.
Front and rear.
So then you come to the back, and you see it's just everyone's favorite Element. Put your bed in there, whatever. But you got your Fuel Lab external fuel system set up. So this has 2 brushless pumps inside of it that are PWM controlled through the haltech system. Yes, this is on a haltech. Probably one of the first Elements on a haltech. So, but yeah, so it's got PWM controlled, so we can turn up or down the speed of the pumps. I guess that's what you'd say. It still does have a factory tank. Internal's running a DW400. So basically that stock tank feeds this guy, then this guy feeds the motor. So we kind of ran it in the car. You can see we got our lines in here nice and clean, just so they don't get damaged. The haltech flex fuel sensor, because this thing can run on whatever gas you put in it. And that's pretty much it as far as the back. We'll go to the front.
I love this thing.
So the first thing you notice when you come in here is these sick Recaro seats. I don't know what Recaro seat they are. The customer ordered them. We just fabricated them to fit in here, but they're super comfortable and I absolutely love them. So after that, you can see the haltech, the IC7 dash display. The customer is going to get his own like molded, I don't know what you want to call it, bezel. He's going to have it custom fiberglassed in so it looks super nice, but that's not something we do, so he's going to get that on his own. Momo steering wheel with energy components. This steering wheel is super cool. It's got all the little tracks on it, so it's pretty unique. Not a lot of people have it. We mounted all the haltech stuff inside here. So you can see the haltech wideband and the ECU and all the wiring stuff. The fuse box, all the non-important stuff. And then the fun handle. So this is the sequential shifter with the GP1 Racing strain gauge. So basically you just pull this shit and rip it and go. And I've done it before on the dyno. As we were tuning it, we had to dial that in. So it's super fun, but that's this. That's pretty much it as far as this build. We're gonna go for a ride, so we'll show you in the video, but this is definitely the world's sickest element, and it's definitely the highest horsepower element so far. I guess I didn't talk about the all-wheel drive system. It is all-wheel drive, running a S1 custom drive shaft with their 30K viscous coupler and their locked rear end, so should be able to get down. But let's go for a ride and see how nasty this thing is. Just like OEM, besides the loud noises. We'll do a little clutchless shifting here before I do a pull. You don't have to be wide open. Rick has it tuned real nice, but just kind of give her a pull. So you can drive this thing with the clutch, downshift. You can do it without the clutch, whatever. You just got to be over 40% throttle if you don't use the clutch. I still downshift with it just because it's not a road race car. There's really no need to be banging, but with the strain gauge setup, it can cut. We got some temp in the motor. We got a nice straight road. We're just gonna give her a little hit right here and see what happens. I'm not gonna go full throttle because I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared and it's not my car, but we'll give her a little bit. You know, no one suspects anything. It's just a little element, you know, just
What the hell?
We also have the exhaust valve, so I can close the exhaust and it can be real quiet. I'm gonna do another hit right here just to show this Camaro that he's slow. Jesus Christ, this thing is fucking fast. Yeah, and then you can close the valves and cruise it like a normal car if you feel like. Try and close the valve. So now it's pretty quiet. I mean, it's still a strain gauge, straight cut car, but
Yeah, you don't even hear the exhaust anymore.
we could roll up the windows and you could literally just cruise this thing. Besides some extra shit, but just cruise it, you know. Then you open it and you got a party car. So we just did a baby hit, and I broke it.
Oh.
So we know the diff is strong, people use them, but we weren't sure about stock axles. We just got new ones, thinking that a new stock axle might hold. The car is probably heavy. It didn't hold that second gear hit right there. But that's all for this video. Catch you on the next one.